The Week 6 college basketball AP poll has dropped, and I know some of you guys know, but it is a very important piece to the national championship formula because every college basketball national champion since 2004, that goes back 21 years, has been ranked in the top 12 of the Week 6 AP poll top 25. Kind of random, very random, actually, matter of fact, and I don't know why this is, but this goes back 21 years, so we will see if it happens again. So, based on recent history of the last 21 years, we know that one of these 12 teams ranked in the top 12 of this week poll will end up winning the college basketball national championship. So we have narrowed it down to 12. We're going to take a look at it, and then we are going to advance even further and go through the other pieces of the championship formula to narrow it down just a little bit more, see which teams can win the March Madness National Championship this season. So, Week 6 AP poll, very important, like I said, top 12. We got Arizona, Michigan, Duke, Iowa State, all undefeated, looking very good. They really do look like the best teams in college basketball. You have UConn, Purdue, very solid teams. Houston, one of the best defenses in college basketball once again this year. Gonzaga has been dominating everybody outside of that Michigan game where they got dominated. They are eligible for this formula. Michigan State, like Houston, another really good defense. They have been playing very, very well. BYU cracks it, Louisville cracks it, and Alabama cracks it as well. Illinois, North Carolina, Vandy, very close. I would keep those teams in mind because of what we're going to talk about next, but also because Houston actually almost cracked this last year. I believe that they were ranked 14th or 15th in the Week 6 AP poll last year, and that actually contributed a lot to me not picking Houston to win the championship in my bracket last year. And it ended up being correct because I believe Florida was ranked 9th last year in the Week 6 AP poll. And I picked Florida as my national champion. And this theory survives. This formula survives. But Houston almost broke it. So that's why we will take a look at the teams here that are close, like Illinois, North Carolina, and Vandy, as teams that are just missing out on the formula. And the next two things that you do need to be eligible to win the national championship based on recent memory, every year of the last 25 years has the national champion ranked top 21 in offensive rating and top 31 in defensive rating. And if we go down this list, we have Michigan, who is 11th on offense, 1st in defense. Iowa State, who's 6th on offense and 2nd on defense. We have Gonzaga, who is 7th on offense and 4th on defense. Duke, who is 10th on offense and 3rd on defense. Arizona, who is 9th on offense, 10th on defense. Purdue, who is 1st on offense and barely cracks it on defense, as they are 31st on defense. They definitely have to get that up or maintain it to fit the formula here. Still a long season ahead. Keep that in mind. These statistics will change, and we will keep you updated here on this channel. And then UConn, 16th offense, 7th defense. We have Vandy, who is the 2nd offense and the 29th defense. They make it. BYU, 5th offense and 19th defense. Houston does not crack the formula because they don't have a good enough offense, as it is 30th. They need a top 21 offense, but they have the top 31 defense here at number 6. So like I said, plenty of season left to be played. It is possible they end up with a top 21 offense. They had it last year. Next is Illinois, who makes it at 8 on offense and 17th on defense. We have Michigan State, who is 38th on offense and 5th on defense. They don't crack it. They don't have a good enough offense either, like Houston. Alabama, 3rd on offense, 47th on defense. They don't make it because of the defense. And Florida, who is 24th on offense and 11th on defense, barely doesn't crack it because of their offense. So a good amount of teams that do make it. St. John's down here actually does make it 21st on offense, 14th on defense. They fit the criteria for those two, but they are not top 12 in the Week 6 AP poll. That is 11 teams that fit the offensive and defensive rating, but not all the same teams as the 12 teams in the top 12 of the Week 6 AP poll. And we will see which teams fit all three and see how far we can narrow this list down to. These here are the 8 teams that fit all three of the criteria to fit the national championship formula. This is a formula that I used last year on this channel. Florida was one of those teams, and I picked them to win in my bracket, and they won the championship. So far throughout 6 weeks of the college basketball season, these are the teams that are 1 in the top 12 of the Week 6 AP poll, 2 top 21 in offensive efficiency rating, and 3 top 31 in defensive efficiency rating. So we have Arizona, who is the new number 1 in the AP poll. We have Michigan, who is the number 2 in the AP poll right now. Both very good teams. They look like two of the most dominant teams in college basketball. And not only do these teams have top 21 and 31 offense and defense, but both these teams close to have top 10 offenses and defenses. You have Michigan, who is top 1 in defense and top 11 on defense, and you have Arizona, who is top 9 in offense and 10 in defense. So very, very solid teams. And that goes also for Iowa State, who maybe has the best overall grade of them all, as they are 6th on offense and 2nd on defense. Very top 6 at both offense and defense. Very, very good. Duke, who's also top 10 in both, 10 on offense, 3 on defense. And Gonzaga, who is also top 10 in both, 7 on offense and 4th on defense. And then you have UConn, who is really good. 16th on offense, 7th on defense. They're 5th in this week's AP poll. That is very, very important there. BYU makes it at 5th on offense, 19th on defense, and is actually 10th in this week's AP poll. That is very huge. Florida was 9th last year. And then you do have Purdue, who was ranked 6th in this week's AP poll. That fits it, and they are 1st in offense, very good offense, but 31st on defense, just barely cracking it on defense. I do worry about this Purdue defense. We'll see if they improve as the season goes on to continue to stay fitting this formula. There are 2 teams that are very, very close and kind of remind me of Houston last year statistically, and that is because they fit the criteria when it comes to offensive and defensive rating, but they are just missing the cut on the Week 6 AP poll, and that is Vanderbilt, who fits it offensively and defensively, but is 15th in this poll, just 3 spots off. And same with Illinois, they fit it, but they are ranked 13th in this poll, just 1 spot off. Very similar to Houston last year, who didn't fit this criteria because they were just a few spots off in the Week 6 AP poll. I want to know from you guys, I personally think that this formula is going to survive another year. I mean, we don't know if for sure these 8 teams are going to be the same 8 teams that fit it heading into the March Madness tournament. Most likely there will be at least a couple of changes, but right now, if the tournament started today, I would feel very confident that one of these 8 teams would win the national championship. I mean, like I said, there were a few other teams. Also, Louisville was kind of close. They were in the top 12 of the Week 6 AP poll. We'll see if they can get those ratings up. That is definitely one to mention. And same with Michigan State and Houston are other 2 teams that I feel like, even though they don't fit the ratings, if they can get there, they have a chance at fitting this formula as well. And I feel like they would be some sleepers to possibly win it as well. But do we think that, this goes back 21 years, guys, 21 years in a row, this formula has predicted the national champion. Do you guys think it will survive again? And Of these 8 teams, who do you guys think would win it at this point? And if it's somebody else, are they close to making it? Do you think that this formula will get broken and won't work this year? Houston almost broke it last year, so it is possible. But let me know what you guys think down below, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe for more college basketball content. We're super close to 10,000 subs, and thank you so much for watching.